Good day, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Nubegom Tiane, and welcome to the International School of Traders. Today, we are going to be looking at the market. So we're going to be giving you some updates, and we are going to be giving you some trade ideas, and we are going to be taking some trades with you in the market today. Okay, awesome stuff. My name is Nubegom Tiane once again. If you guys I'm super grateful that I'm recording this session whilst I also have my students here on the line on this video. So you guys have been seeing some powerful signals since Monday, Tuesday, and then today. We are going to be trading nicely and smoothly throughout the week, less risk and taking more into the bag. Okay, cool stuff. So if you are new and very new to this segment, my name is Nubegom Tiane. Please do consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and following us on all social media platforms. And do join our free Telegram channel. We do have a free Telegram channel also. And then, boom, do book a session with me, a one-on-one session. Feel free, even if you are new here or you are right here as my student, feel free to book a session with me. I am going to make some time and trade with you and show you some of these things that we are doing on a daily basis in the market. So let's go over the markets. Let's look at the economic calendar. What is happening or what is expected in the markets today? So in terms of the news today, we've already seen some consumer price index from China. Early hours of morning, that's around 3:30 in the morning in South Africa. So we have seen some of those news, but not much after that. So today what we're looking at is the consumer, or which is the core CPI month on month. The core CPI is the consumer price index also, which is month on month, that is recorded in the US, this particular case, meaning this particular news that will be released at 15:30. 15:30, this is the time in South African time, will affect the dollar. If you look at the importance here, you can see that they are high in terms of their importance. So if we are looking at the previous stats here, the previous stats are 0.1%, and then the forecast is 0.2%. Now, it will be great for the dollar if these numbers are exactly at 0.2%, meaning that markets will move smoothly, and that will be meaning positive news for the dollar. But if the number is less than 0.1, if the number is less than 0.1, that means bad news to the dollar. The dollar will lose strength in the market today. And then if the stats are higher than 0.2, like let's say we get 0.3, we are going to see a lot of movement in the market in terms of the dollar, and the dollar is going to gain a lot of strength in the market across the board. So that is what we are looking at in the market. So when we are trading, we are going to be trading with caution. Another news that are very important today is the Bank of Canada at 5 o'clock South African time. 5 o'clock South African time, the Bank of Canada will be releasing some interest rate decision. Now, the previous 0.25 in terms of the numbers. In terms of the forecast is what we are predicting, or what everyone across the board is thinking, which is 0.25 also. If these numbers stay the same, there's multiple things that can happen to the Canadian dollar. So we need to look out for this one. Whatever Canadian pair that we are trading today, we need to be looking very close in terms of what's busy happening. If you don't know what to trade, or how to trade the news, or how to trade during the news time, especially if you are trading it on a real account, I prefer that you stay away from your trading account and just watch as things happen. But if you are trading on a demo account, you can try out some new things, because market really moves fast and quick in that time. I will explain how to trade news at a later stage, or if you book that session and say, hey, I want to know how do we trade the news, I'll show you how do we trade news. Okay, awesome stuff. And then we do have some crude oil inventories, and then there is federal budget balance that is expected to be released today at 9 o'clock. That is going to affect the United States dollar. The federal budget is going to give us exactly how or what to expect in the near future in terms of the interest rates decision in the United States. How are they balancing their balance sheets? How are they balancing their balance sheets? In most cases, they talk about the balance sheet. So if you did commerce, if you did accounting, you understand that. But I never did all of those things. But in most cases, when they are giving out, or when they are giving out their when the Federal Reserve is discussing the federal budget, they give us a glimpse, or they give us a glimpse of what's busy happening in terms of the balance sheets. Remember that they do buy and sell government bonds every time, every now and then in the market. Okay, cool stuff. And now let's just go into the market and show you what's busy happening and what is expected in the market. So I'm going to start off with XAUUSD, which is gold. XAUUSD, we discussed on Monday. I'm going to give you a recap. You remember that on Monday I drew this structure, and if you haven't seen that one, just go to our YouTube channel and see the video that we made on Monday. So we discussed clearly on Monday that we are on a daily support in terms of when we're looking at gold here. This is a daily major support, and then we are expecting markets to push up, right? Cool. Now, depending on how the balance sheet is going to be today and on Friday, there's some also major news. So we need to look out on what's busy happening there so that we do not screw our trades. But in terms of price action, right? If we're dialing down to 4-hour time frame, we are indeed still on a bearish market, super bearish market, without a doubt. But if we go down into a 1-hour time frame, there's this little trend that I really want to highlight here. This is a resistance that has been honored in the past, and this is a bearish trend that we have been seeing in the market here. So this is a bearish trend, lower lows and lower highs, and then until market bounced here, and I'm seeing that the market broke above these levels and closed above these levels, which means there's a high probability that the market is going to do what? Is going to now start rallying all the way up. But there is a fair or much safer decision to make in terms of this trade, since we have news at 3:30, which is consumer price index, which we don't know what the numbers are going to be, right? When they release those numbers, if those numbers are positive for the dollar, we're going to see the dollar pushing towards the downside, towards this support. And I am going to send out a buy limit order in the group in terms of where are we buying gold moving forward. That is where market is going to come down to this support. And then from there, we are going to be expecting market to be pushing all the way up here on XAUUSD. So there's a couple of things happening, but this is what overall, this is what I'm expecting overall in this particular markets here. Let's look at EURUSD. EURUSD, as we discussed on Monday, also in a bearish trend. Now, what I like about the EURUSD is that it has made a significant low on Monday, made a significant low, and then started pushing up yesterday, giving us a retracement. Now, I'm still on the idea that EURUSD can retrace towards the top side and really reach those levels up there, right? Or even higher than that, giving us another entry to go towards the downside. So that can happen throughout this week until the end of next week, or anything is possible, guys, in this kind of a market. But if we dial down into this market right here, let me just clear all my drawings here. If you dial down to a smaller time frame here, you will see and understand that on a 1-hour time frame, there is that little bearish channel, right, which I am expecting in this particular case, this bearish channel to be broken, right? Obviously this is a resistance, but I'm expecting when I'm looking at a higher time frame or a bigger time frame, I'm expecting this one to be broken. Then after being broken, markets honor those big levels and then start dialing towards the downside or rallying towards the downside. So depending on how the consumer price index today is set, or the numbers are going to be, there's anything that can happen. Anything can happen in this particular market structure right here. So if there is a pair that you want me to analyze together with you, you can just drop it in the chat. I will look at the pair with you. But as I am still waiting for you to analyze with you, especially those who are here with us live, just drop that pair, guys, and we are going to look at it together. So on a 30-minute time frame on EURUSD, there's multiple things that are happening, but I really love to buy low in terms of this market here. Or in terms of, I would really love to buy on this previous support here. When markets, if market do push towards the downside, I'll really buy really low and then continue buying and then continue buying till that market resistance right there. Okay, cool stuff. Now let's look at other things like GBPUSD, right? GBPUSD has sent out a buy order early this morning, not early this morning, but just after 12 o'clock. Now the reason why we were buying GBPUSD is because of this structure. If you are looking at this structure right here, just give me a second. Okay, awesome stuff. So what's happening right here, if you look at it on a 4-hour time frame, let me go to a 4-hour time frame. You can see there's a beautiful breakout here in terms of GBPUSD, in terms of the structure that we've been looking at for quite a while now. There's a beautiful breakout. Now, these breakouts need to be very true, right? What do I mean, meaning very true? If you go into a 1-hour time frame, or on this 4-hour time frame, we need to see this 4-hour candle that we are currently looking at rejecting this level and pushing towards the top side, right? And closing above these levels. If it closes above these levels, we are still safe on GBPUSD. We are going to be pushing all the way up on GBPUSD, right? So that is what I'm looking at on GBPUSD. On a 1-hour time frame, that breakout happened, and then market is now breaking below those resistance levels. If market does continue breaking towards the top side, then we are still on the safe position on GBPUSD right here. So let me just look at my chat here and see what everyone is saying on my chats. Okay, cool stuff. So let us look at AUDUSD, which really on AUDUSD, there's something really going on a 1-hour time frame. I know that on a bigger time frame, 4-hour time frame, we are having this beautiful head and shoulders, as you can mention or see it here. But there's something going on in a 1-hour time frame, right? If you look at a 1-hour time frame, we are having another inverse this particular time. Inverse. This is a shoulder. This is a head. This is another shoulder forming now. Now, what is the expectation when things begin to happen like this? The expectation is that the market will do what? Will break the neckline, which is this blue zone right here. And then after breaking this neckline, markets will push towards the top side and rally to the previous resistance levels right here. Okay, cool. So which is good stuff for us. I'm looking to buy when markets break above here. I'm looking to buy AUDUSD in this particular case right here. But if market fail, we are going to be looking for what? For a sell in this particular market right here. So let me delete all this. Boom. Okay, good stuff. So that is what's busy happening on AUDUSD. We can expect if markets fail to break towards the top side, then we can expect a sell from where we are towards the downside. So you can take the sell if you want. If you're taking that sell, please do put a stop loss above this level, which is 0.77330. 0.77330 in this particular case. And then your take profit can be a little bit lower, which is 0.76237. Good stuff. And then there's something going on USD, and I want us to chat about this one because it really is important on USD, right? So on USD, if you really look close, or if you look at a daily time frame, let me just put it that way. If you look at a daily time frame on USD, we have a beautiful trend here. Oh, okay, wow. We have a beautiful bearish trend, right? Which the market has broken, right? And looking at these levels, market stopped at these particular significant levels, right? So market has broken out of this big structure, but is not confirmed as a bullish market yet, right? It's still in a ranging market kind of a situation. If you go down to a 4-hour or at least on a 1-hour time frame, there is another structure which is bullish, but now the market is showing us a breakout on the downside. Now, usually when markets do this, they're really trying to confuse you. On a bigger time frame, it's a breakout towards the top side, and then on a smaller time frame, it's a breakout towards the downside. Really, if you want to sell in this market, I would say sell below 15.15816 on USD. And then if you want to buy anything above 15.45.412, right? Cool stuff. That is what I would say. Buy above those levels or sell below those levels in this particular case, so that you are safe. Use a safe stop loss in this particular case, or use proper risk management in this particular case right here. Then if you look at USDCAD, guys, on Monday I did mention that USDCAD is expected to rally all the way down, and I remember that I bought on a small portion here. I just bought a small portion and then closed on USDCAD, and then from them we saw markets dialing or rallying all the way down to these market lows. So in this particular case, this level or this market, this whole zone or this whole area, for me is a what? Is a ranging zone. This is where markets are ranging. This is where market is busy ranging this particular zone right here. You can include this or exclude it, doesn't matter for me. I'm looking at this zone right here. So cool. So this is where the market is ranging in this particular case. So what can I expect? I'm expecting at least market has come down to this level, but you can still expect. Oh, remember that we have interest rates at 5 o'clock, right? So if you're trading this one, trade with caution. There is a small structure that you can look at here as a retracement in terms of this big, in terms of this move. This is a retracement. You can look into selling this market and take that support zone as your take profit, and then above this level, which is 1.26764 as your stop loss, and then your support zone, which is 1.25980 as your take profit in this particular case. Then we're gonna look at the NASDAQ, right? I'm gonna look at the NASDAQ, and I'm gonna discuss the NASDAQ with you here on this particular segment or section. Let me just stop sharing and look at my chat right here. Okay, cool. Kudzai saying USD, okay, I've already touched on it. Albert say, can you please check on USD? According to my view, I think it's going to drop. So assist me on my prediction. Okay, cool stuff. And I love that prediction. We have already looked at it. Zokanya, where were you when we did gold? We started gold. We started with gold on that in this section, but it's cool. It's okay. Let us look at, okay, I've already looked at these pairs that you guys are requesting, which is cool. Okay, thank you guys for joining us. Let's continue. I don't know who's Grand Prime. Grand Prime, please tell us who you are before before I ask you who you are. We really want to know. I don't want some monitoring spirits, and I don't mind having visitors also, because I posted this on my WhatsApp status also. Okay, cool stuff. Now let's continue and looking at these levels. NASDAQ. So what's happening on NASDAQ? According to the strategy on NASDAQ, right? According to my NASDAQ strategy, and I'm going to, okay, there's something that I have included to confirm the strategy, but it's okay. So on NASDAQ, right? We know that the market is trying to pick up, the market is trying to gain strength, the market is trying to pick up in terms of the buyers on the NASDAQ. We can see the stocks are picking up, which is good, right? But there is no doubt that market can still plunge a little bit today until maybe around 6 o'clock, and then market start pushing up once again. We are still in a bearish trend without a doubt. So that is why if I'm dialing down on a 30-minute time frame, if you look at this small trend that we have here on NASDAQ, I won't mention according to the strategy, but on NASDAQ, you can see that market is trying to break out of this small zone to really touch down and to really go down and touch those previous zones, which are support zones. So I will be happy to buy NASDAQ at my moving average, right? I would be happy to buy my NASDAQ or to buy NASDAQ at my moving average at 12578.89, 12578.89 in this particular case. So I want to execute NASDAQ on this account because this is a copy trade account, and I don't want to put anything at risk in terms of the people that are following me on the copy trade system. So, okay, cool. But I'm expecting markets to push it down a little bit, and then from there, start going up. So let me just throw that for you from where we are, and then boom. Boom. So that is what I'm expecting from here. Okay, cool stuff. The bearish market, the bear market has not been broken yet. It's still there. We are going to be keeping an eye on this one because the bear market has not been broken. Yes, the buyers are in, but the bear market has not been broken. I'm expecting more ranging on these zones. Okay, cool stuff. Now let us look at some more stuff. I really want to talk about GBPJPY, but we do have some news coming up on the Canadian dollar, and it has already failed closing above and rallying all the way up here on GBPJPY. So don't want to look at it. So yesterday we sold EURJPY. It was a beautiful trade. That is why we sold it at this point, and then we closed around this zone here, which is a beautiful trade on EURJPY. So EURJPY, what we're looking at now is to sell EURJPY from this zone going all the way up. So let me just look at a 4-hour time frame. If you look at a 4-hour time frame, there's a very consistent resistance here when you look at it. Even though the buyers are pushing, yes, I won't say no. The buyers are pushing markets up, but also look at how the sellers are bringing down the market from that resistance that I've just thrown there. They are bringing the market always down towards the downside. And if you look at it, this 4-hour candle right here, this 4-hour candle was very decisive and very aggressive in terms of how the market was acting here. It was very decisive. Market went all the way down aggressively, and then we've got multiples and multiple of candlesticks on a 4-hour time frame, trying to pick up and cover that space, meaning this is a retracement. This is a potential retracement. The market is expected to fall all the way down. If that doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. We keep on pushing and trying. Okay, cool stuff. Euro NZD, guys. I think I explained. I did mention this one on Monday. Guys, I'm looking for a sell entry here anytime soon. Let me just look at the 30-minute here. So anything from now, anytime we can see a confirmation on this. I'm trying to look at a confirmation on EURJPY for a sell. I haven't found any, but it's looking good for sellers. There's no confirmation for a sell, but maybe that this was the confirmation which we missed up there on Euro NZD. But I'm still optimistic that this market is going to fall. Anyway, okay, cool. Let me look at something else. Stocks I have not opened yet. Let's look at Euro AUD. Also in Euro AUD, we sold yesterday big time. We had some beautiful profits. So this one also we are going to be very, very vigilant, looking for a sell entry right there. GBPJPY has been pushing up since Monday, as we mentioned on Monday. Okay, cool. I think we have covered most of the things here. Let's look at GBPUSD. GBPUSD, we've been smashing it all since last week. If this market breaks towards the downside on GBPUSD, we are going to be looking for a sell. But in this particular case, the trend is still bullish. We're not going to mess around and say, hey, we want to buy or we want to sell in this market. We're going to wait until the market gives us a clear direction in terms of where it's going. Okay, awesome stuff. Stocks are doing good. They are performing. They are recovering. Pfizer, Twitter, Facebook, Starbucks, Tesla. Pfizer is doing good. I love it. Twitter, what is Twitter doing? Twitter is trying to pick up also as other stocks are picking up. There's also Apple picking up. I believe Apple is the company to put your money on, to put your money behind. Especially if you're on easy equities, you can look at Apple. Can look at Apple. You can look at a Tesla. I think it's a little bit too late, but if you don't mind waiting for market to hit some highs, you can put your money behind. But I think Tesla is expensive now, so I won't be able to participate in this one. Okay, cool stuff. And then there's also Starbucks, which I think is gonna do good for a long time. There's also even though I don't like Mark Zuckerberg, I don't like him. Not like, it's not a personal thing, guys. I've never met him before. I prefer other billionaires. Then there is Pfizer. I don't trust Pfizer at the moment. And then Twitter is picking up. Apple, Alibaba, no. Let me share this with you before I log on. Before I log off. So if you are watching this, later at a later stage, once we are done with this session or something like that, please do subscribe to this channel and do like this video if you did like this video. There's a conspiracy theory that I want to share with you before we leave this session, that that Bitcoin, the founder of Bitcoin, now nobody knows who. Okay, sorry, I won't mention that again. NZDCHF. Okay, I'll look at NZDCHF, but I think we are out of time. I said we wanna spend the 30 minutes or 20 minutes, but we are now over 30 minutes. Okay, don't mind the Mark Zuckerberg guy or the Facebook guy. Just mind the other guys, you know. Okay, cool. Then we've got some amazing things going on, guys. do consider subscribing to our channel and book a session, one-on-one session with me. And then also now Bitcoin, there's a big conspiracy theory that I've had previously. I like Bitcoin. I think most people like Bitcoin now, but there's a conspiracy theory that I heard that the founder of Bitcoin is obviously still a conspiracy theory. It's not proven, but the founder of Bitcoin is Putin, Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia. If that is the case, guys, I don't know. I don't think investors will like that. I think everyone will drop Bitcoin and sell it hard. Sell Bitcoin. Vladimir Putin. I don't know. It's a conspiracy theory I've been reading online. I've been trying to find out this founder of Bitcoin. But I don't find any. But the conspiracy theory is very big, this one, because I've had another billionaire talking about it. It's not too big in terms of the billionaire status, but he said there's a high possibility that Vladimir Putin is the one behind Bitcoin. Okay, cool stuff. There's also other cryptocurrencies. If you love cryptocurrencies, we are going to talk about them at a later stage. Thanks for joining me. Please do subscribe and like this video. If you are very new and you are live on my Zoom right now, just tell us where in the world you're joining us from. Just before we just leave, tell us where in the world you're joining us from right now. Just want to see where most of our people are, but I know that most of our people are in South Africa for now. Tell us. Okay, awesome stuff. Albert is saying he's going to book. He likes the session. He likes these lessons. He's going to book. That's nice. He's from Limpopo, Polokwane. That is nice. King Williamstown, Eastern Cape. Hey, where my dad? Then we do have. Okay, cool guys. If you guys are not around, then that's cool. You guys are not going to say anything, that's cool. But yeah, Kudzai is from Pretoria. Okay, just around. Cool stuff. Thank you for joining us, guys. Thank you for joining us. Love you all. I am going to see you on the other side of the withdrawals. Obviously, throughout this month, I'm accepting. If you want our copy trade system, you can talk to me. I'm accepting also the one-on-ones online. Just talk to me, book with me. It's not a big problem. When looking for a NASDAQ strategy, I will show you. Everything we have, I'm giving everything. Like this month, throughout this month, guys, just book whatever I'm gonna give you. I'm very generous. Love you all. See you on the other side of the withdrawals. It's your one and only Ngubeko Mthiane. Shalom.